Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 12th of July, and I'm looking at a ZX Spectrum arcade conversion of Double Dragon. How I remember playing this back in the day. Let's see if my rose-tinted glasses are firmly in place or whether they've fallen off and hit the floor. Okay, so, level design is fairly the same as the arcade so far. Sprites are a bit odd. I don't remember them being a bit like that. Never mind. So, very skeletal looking faces, and looks like he's wearing Wellington boots, but other than that, we're off to an okay start, I suppose. There's no contact noises, that's a bit strange, so you don't actually know if you're hitting them or not, apart from they do that strange animation. There's nothing sound-wise to speak of, really. There's no music or anything, which is disappointing. Right, controls. Let's start with those, shall we? So you've got left and right, up and down, which will take you up and down the screen. So you don't have to stay at the top or the bottom. You can freely move around, which is nice. Right, so fire button will, in combination with certain movements, will do certain techniques. So if you are facing an opponent, you will either kick them or you will punch them. Seems to be completely random. If you are facing away from your opponent and you hit back and fire, you will do a back elbow, which kind of stuns them like that. Now to do this is a strange one. To do to jump, you hit the fire button and up at the same time, and you'll jump. Now you'd think that would be the same, like diagonally would be how to kick, but no. Down and fire will do your jump kick, which is a bit of an odd one, which as you can see they also do. Now you can see in the bottom left and the bottom right, that's your character there, health bar. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 globs of energy, which can be taken away very, very easily. But then, and then sometimes these guys take an age to die. Okay, we're on a time limit there, by the way, at the top of the screen. There you can see top left, you've got your score, then you've got your timer, then you've got your player 2 score. This is a 2-player simultaneous game as far as I can remember. And, oh, it's grappled him then. But you can see there that the player 2 icon is present in the bottom right-hand corner. So there, I can climb up and down the ladders. Cool, so that's all within the arcade. So far, it's kind of, well, it's not arcade perfect by any stretch, but it's doing all right so far. Great noise. Okay, let's listen to the noise she makes when I hit her. Woo! Excellent. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, she turns into Skeletor rather quickly when she gets punched in the face. Alright, so you've got the two different noises. You've got the brrr, I suppose that's for the blokes when they get hit, and then you've got the whew for the women when they get hit, which is quite cool. Look at the bug, look at the bug. That's quite cool. He does actually smash through the wall, same as the arcade. That's really quite nice. I like that a lot. Unfortunately, the gameplay is sluggish, and really, it's just not fun, guys. It really isn't. I seem to remember this being much more fun back in the day. So it's the I don't know. I got quite far in this one on my specky. I don't know. There's something missing. It just doesn't seem to be very fluid. It's just completely meh. I mean, that looks like a 14-year-old boy that I'm just trying to hit with a baseball bat there. I know that's very precise. And trying to hit the big guy, well, that's quite hard, he says, kicking him immediately in the face. But these guys seem to be taking a hell of a lot of punishment. They don't even seem to be going down very quickly. I suppose jump kicking them maybe isn't the best solution. You can twat them with your bat as well, which is quite good fun. Oh, he's dead now. But this guy, he's on a different level of the screen to me, and he can still punch me, yet I can't lay a single hit on him. So, that's a bit strange. yeah, I think positioning is a bit of an issue with this. Especially with this kind of character on screen. Let's say he can punch me to death whenever he likes, but I can't actually get to him. Difficult. But I don't quite understand why. Oh, I can elbow him in the mush. That's alright. But he seems to have an extraordinary amount of hit points. He's like a mini boss, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. Animation-wise, again, sluggish. Not the greatest animations I've seen in an arcade game. Look for like New Zealand Story and stuff like that if you want a decent arcade conversion. This is it's just too slow. I've got one guy on the screen. He's taking an absolute age to kill. It looks more like collision detection issues to me, because I should be able to hit him. If he can hit me, I should be able to hit him. But it's not the case at all. So you end up looking like a jumping idiot. I've just nutted him as well. These techniques are completely random, so it seems. I haven't really done anything in particular. In fact, actually, I think down and fire will headbutt. I mean, that's like literally downwards. If you want to do the jump kicks, it's left and right, diagonal down, which is such a strange way of doing things. To be honest, I don't know why they put a jump and a jump kick. Would have been easier just to have the flying kick operating as both. But never mind. So, Double Dragon on the Spectrum. Still not as bad as Double Dragon on the C64. That's saying something, because that was an awful conversion. Probably the worst conversion that's ever been done on a home computer system. And even the C64 owners out there would agree with that if they've played the game. You're going to make me review it though, aren't you? Because you really like to see me suffer. I'm never going to forgive you for the Mr. Do series, ever. I might do. But anyway, hello to all of you great subscribers across the country, across the world. It's great to have you on my channel. Thank you ever so much. Your support means the world and more. So thanks very much for that. This guy's still not dead. Oh, wait, I clocked him in the face that time. Yeah, I just headbutted thin air. I mean, it's a valiant effort. The sprites are nicely, they're nicely sized. They're a bit slow, but the collision detection is quite difficult to actually lay a proper punch on this guy. So you have to kind of rely on him walking into your kicks, and sometimes just for the nature of the beast, sometimes you'll hit down to do a flying kick, and you'll walk down the screen, and then you have to reposition yourself, which is a bit of a shame, because this game has so much potential. It's such a great game to play on the arcade. I think the Amiga version was pretty good as well. But it's a shame because the Spectrum can actually push out some really good conversions. I mean, Rastan, that was another cracking arcade conversion. And yet here we are stuck with this. I mean, look at the characters. I mean, is he wearing shades or is that design? I don't understand. Never mind. And what is he holding? I mean, I assume it's supposed to be a bottle, but that's a bit dubious. Oh, it's a knife. Oh, right, okay. And now we've got another one of these big guys. It's just becoming just a chore fest now to try and beat everybody up. I'm going to walk across the screen in a second, see if we can actually conjure up any more enemies on screen at once, because it'd be interesting to see if there's any actual slowdown. There hasn't. If it gets any slower, we'd stop, but that's not the point. Let's see, we're going to conjure up any more. Ah, there we go. Guy with a barrel. Great fun. So I can waggle my leg at him and he'll drop his barrel. We can pick that up, by the way, and we can chuck that across the screen. Hopefully, catch a few enemies out as we go, but it's just, I don't know. It's a chore to play this game. It's not hugely enjoyable, I'm afraid, guys. Frustrating, actually, especially with the big guys on the screen, because they really are positional. So if you can't position your character and theirs in the right place, you're just going to be frustrated going around the screen trying to lay them out. Your flying kicks don't seem to do much damage, and yet you'd think a shoe to the face would actually be fairly high impact. But not in the world of Double Dragon on the Spectrum, no. Punching them to death seems to be the best option, but trying to actually get a punch in when you've got three guys laying into you all at once is just a little bit unfair. So, unfortunately, guys, this is a low scorer today. It's the first low, well, so not the first low scorer recently, but it's certainly one of the lower scores I've had to do recently. And it's a shame. Potential, yes. Was it used? No. So unfortunately, there's no sound at all. It's just the thuds and grunts of being knocked on your ass every 5 seconds. Other than that, there's no real sound to talk about, which is a great shame. I don't know whether there was a 128K version. Come on, fans, fill my comments section. Anyway, that's it from me. I will catch you in the next review. You keep it retro, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.